He was 67, strong, sharp, respected in his community. But when he sat across from me in the clinic, he leaned in, lowered his voice, and said, "Doc, I don't feel like a man anymore." And just like that, everything changed. I'm Dr. Michael Huddleston, men's health expert with over 30 years guiding older men through some of the most misunderstood changes in life. When was the last time a doctor talked to you about your testosterone as a senior? Not your cholesterol, not your blood pressure. I'm talking about your testosterone. Odds are, never. And yet, testosterone plays a bigger role in how you age than almost any other hormone. See, after age 30, a man's testosterone begins to drop. About 1% per year, give or take. By the time you're 60, you could be operating at half the level you had in your youth, and that affects everything: energy, leg strength, bone density, muscle disappearance. But in most of America, this conversation never happens. In fact, nearly 40% of men over 45 have low testosterone, and the numbers only rise with age. But here's the kicker: most seniors over 60 don't even know it. They blame aging, they blame stress, they blame their wives, their jobs, their diets. When in truth, it's their hormones screaming for help. Now you need to pay attention. When your testosterone drops too low, it doesn't just mess with your mood or your muscles, it goes deeper. It drains the very power plants of your body, your mitochondria. And once those start failing, your heart, your brain, your life force begins to flicker. That's how low testosterone can quietly lead to sudden death. No warning, just lights out. Here are the 5 warning signs I tell every man over 60 to never ignore. If you're experiencing 3 or more of these, you need to get tested. And more importantly, you need to take action. Morning erections have disappeared. This isn't just about sex. Morning wood is a biological signal. It tells you your body has the testosterone it needs, your circulation is functioning, and your sleep is deep enough for hormonal release. If you haven't had one in weeks or months, that's your body begging for support. Erections are weaker, shorter, or harder to maintain. Again, this isn't just a performance issue. It's a vascular and hormonal warning. Testosterone helps dilate blood vessels and maintain nitric oxide levels. When it drops, erections become unreliable. Don't wait until it's gone to take it seriously. 2. You wake up tired, even after a full night's sleep. This isn't normal aging. Low testosterone disrupts mitochondrial function, the energy powerhouses of your cells, which means even with 8 hours in bed, your engine isn't recharging. If you're waking up feeling like you've already run a marathon, you need to look deeper. 3. Muscle is disappearing, even if you're working out. If you've been hitting the gym but your arms are shrinking, if you used to be strong but now feel hollow, that's testosterone leaving the building. Testosterone is the primary driver of muscle synthesis. Without it, your body literally can't hold on to strength. 4. You sweat more at night or feel hot flashes. Yes, men can get them too. As estrogen rises and testosterone dips, thermoregulation goes haywire. Night sweats, heat intolerance, sudden waves of discomfort. Most men think it's something else. But in seniors over 60, it's often hormonal chaos under the surface. 5. Your thoughts feel slower, foggy, disconnected. Testosterone influences mental clarity, memory, and reaction speed. If you've noticed that conversations feel harder to follow, if words slip through your fingers, if you feel like your brain is moving through syrup, your hormones could be behind it. So what should you do if you're experiencing these signs? Start with a total testosterone test, but go deeper. Ask your doctor to check free testosterone, SHBG, estradiol, DHEA, and LH-FSH to get the full picture. And then take action. Through nutrition, movement, lifestyle shifts, supplementation, and if needed, clinically supervised TRT. But don't wait, because here's what I've seen over and over again: the men who ignore the signs and keep indulging in these 5 habits that slowly strangle their testosterone. They're the ones who end up in my office, tired, confused, and wondering what went wrong. These are simple, ordinary behaviors that feel harmless, even healthy, that are silently choking the testosterone out of millions of seniors over 60 across America. without a single symptom until the damage is already done. Let's break them down. Number 1. What's the first thing you do when you wake up? If your answer is grab the phone, scroll the news, check emails, argue with the TV, you're doing exactly what's been proven to sabotage your testosterone every morning. See, testosterone doesn't just exist, it has a rhythm, a daily arc. And guess when it peaks? Between 6 a.m. and 10 a.m.? Right when most men are shocking their bodies with caffeine stress and screen stimulation. You're flooding your system with cortisol. It crushes testosterone production. You're starting your day with a hormonal knife fight inside your body, and testosterone loses every time. From the moment you wake up and scroll your phone, to the fluorescent glow in your office, to the blue light from your TV at night, your body is drowning in artificial light. That kills melatonin production, disrupts your circadian rhythm, and crushes your testosterone levels. Number 2. Chronic sitting. Here's a statistic most men ignore. The average American sits for more than 10 hours a day, and all that sitting, it's killing your testosterone. We sit at work, we sit to drive, we sit at dinner, then we sit on the couch, and every hour you stay glued to a chair, blood flow to your lower body decreases, and so does the signal to produce testosterone. Your hips tighten, your pelvic floor weakens. Movement isn't just good for your waistline, it's mandatory for your manhood. Want to protect your T? Stand more, walk more, move your body every hour. Even small shifts, like standing during calls or taking walking meetings, can bring huge hormonal benefits. Number 3, high sugar diets. The average American eats over 17 teaspoons of added sugar a day. That sugar triggers insulin spikes, increases belly fat, and turns off your testosterone switch. Your body shifts from building muscle to storing fat, and fat tissue, it converts testosterone into estrogen. Your body starts converting more of your testosterone into estrogen. Yeah, estrogen. The very hormone you've been fighting against. Every soda, every candy bar, every sweetened yogurt, it chips away at your masculinity. Choose protein, choose fiber, choose fats that fuel you, olive oil, avocado, nuts. Give your body the materials it needs to build testosterone, not bury it. Number 4, poor sleep hygiene. A 2011 study from the University of Chicago found that just 1 week of poor sleep can drop testosterone by up to 15%. That's not a small dip, that's a crash. I meet men every week in the clinic who brag about surviving on 4 or 5 hours of sleep. You're not surviving, you're deteriorating. Testosterone production doesn't happen when you're grinding, it happens when you're sleeping. And not just any sleep, deep, uninterrupted, REM-rich sleep. If you're up past midnight scrolling, falling asleep to TV, or waking multiple times, your T is suffering. Studies show just 1 week of 5-hour sleep nights can cut your testosterone by 10 to 15%. You want better hormones? Guard your sleep like your life depends on it. Because it does. Number 5. Overexposure to plastics and estrogenic chemicals. Now this one's sneaky, because it's in your kitchen, your bathroom, your grocery bags. We're talking about xenoestrogens, chemical compounds that mimic estrogen inside your body. They hide in plastic bottles, food wrappers, air fresheners, even soaps and shampoos. BPA in cans, phthalates in plastic bottles, synthetic fragrances in soaps and sprays. They mimic estrogen inside your body and sabotage your testosterone. Start reading labels. Use glass containers. Avoid heating food in plastic. These little adjustments add up and they remove the chemical handcuffs from your hormonal system. Number 6. Stress without release. You're tough. You carry a lot, work, family, bills. But carrying it all without release, that builds cortisol. And cortisol, again, shuts down testosterone. Modern stress is constant. Emails, traffic, bills, family tension. Your body's stress response was built for quick bursts of danger. But today, it's always on, and chronic stress floods your system with cortisol, a hormone that steals your testosterone's raw materials. High cortisol, low testosterone. It's a guaranteed trade. Number 7. Porn and overstimulation. High dopamine stimulation without real connection confuses the brain. It blunts pleasure pathways, rewires arousal triggers, and desensitizes your reward systems. Over time, this not only weakens sexual function, it lowers baseline testosterone, real intimacy, real touch, real presence. That's what your biology is wired for, not 4K fantasy loops. 8. Drinking like you're still in college. Look, a glass of red wine now and then can actually support circulation, but regular, heavy alcohol intake is a hormonal wrecking ball. Alcohol damages the liver, and the liver is what helps metabolize estrogen. When the liver's overworked, estrogen builds, and again, your testosterone drops. 9. Sedentary lifestyle. Men in their 60s, 70s, even 80s are walking around drained, not because of disease, but because their hormonal fuel tank is empty, and no one ever taught them how to refill it. I've had men say, "Doc, I still love my wife, but I don't want like I used to. I used to get things done. Now I get tired thinking about them. I feel invisible, like my edge is just gone." And I look them in the eye and tell them, your edge isn't gone. It's asleep. And testosterone is the alarm clock. This hormone doesn't just help you perform, it helps you remember who you are. And the moment it starts rising again, your brain starts firing, your eyes sharpen, you walk different, you speak with more conviction, you stop surviving, and you start living again. Your body responds to demand. When you avoid challenge, physical, mental, emotional, you tell your biology to coast. If you're still here, it means you're not afraid of the truth. You want to take charge. You're tired of hearing, "This is just part of getting older." Now I will tell you the 8 simple steps to rebuild your testosterone. This is the protocol I've shared with patients for over 3 decades, men from every walk of life. Retired mechanics, corporate executives, war veterans, and school teachers. Men who refuse to accept decline as destiny. No needles, no prescriptions, just real, lasting transformation. Now let's talk about the comeback. Because here's what too many seniors over 60 never get told. Your body still knows how to make testosterone. It just needs the right signals. And no, you don't need hormone therapy to get there, at least not yet. What you need to know is that one morning mistake that kills testosterone in men over 60. Why certain foods, yes, even healthy ones, are silently attacking your hormones. The forgotten mineral that fuels testosterone like rocket fuel, and where to find it. And the bedtime ritual that primes your body for natural hormonal restoration every night. Step 1. The one morning routine seniors take. The first 2 hours after waking are prime hormonal time. That's when your testosterone is naturally at its highest. But most men waste it scrolling, stressed, and skipping breakfast. You want to win the day? Win the morning. Here's your new ritual. Wake up at the same time daily. Consistency sharpens your internal clock. Get 10 minutes of natural sunlight on your skin. It boosts vitamin D, and that boosts testosterone. Vitamin D isn't just for your bones, it's a hormone precursor, which means without it, your body can't make enough testosterone. In America, over 60% of adults are deficient in vitamin D, especially in winter. If you wake up groggy, feel anxious, or lack morning energy, it could be your D levels. So here's the fix. Get 20 minutes of direct sunlight before noon. If that's not possible, supplement with 3,000 to 5,000 IU of vitamin D, 3 plus K2 daily. Always take it with fat for better absorption. Most of my patients feel a shift within 2 to 3 weeks. More clarity, more drive, more performance. Hydrate with a big glass of water and trace minerals. Dehydration kills testosterone output. Do 2 to 5 minutes of movement, jumping jacks, push-ups, or a brisk walk. Wake your circulation. Do this for a week and tell me your mornings don't feel sharper, clearer, more masculine. Step 2. Clean your diet. Let's be clear. The standard American diet is a testosterone killer. Refined sugar lowers testosterone. Vegetable oils damage your testicles. Ultra-processed carbs spike insulin, tank your T. You've been lied to about food. Low-fat diets, they crush your hormones. Testosterone is literally made from cholesterol and fats. So when you avoid dietary fat, you choke the production line. Here's what to eat. Animal fats, from grass-fed meat, pasture-raised eggs, butter, and tallow. Cholesterol-rich foods. Your body needs cholesterol to make testosterone. Zinc-heavy foods. Oysters, beef liver, pumpkin seeds. Vitamin D from wild-caught salmon or a high-quality supplement, Brazil nuts, just 2 a day, give you enough selenium to spark testosterone production. Cruciferous vegetables like broccoli, cauliflower, and arugula. These help your liver eliminate excess estrogen and rebalance your system. Avoid seed oils. They sound innocent, right? Vegetable oil, canola oil, sunflower oil, corn oil. They're in almost everything. Your salad dressings, your frozen meals, even the so-called healthy snacks. But here's what most doctors won't tell you. These oils are high in omega-6 fatty acids, which when consumed in excess, create chronic inflammation in your body. And chronic inflammation or any inflammation is bad, especially at your age. Inflammation leads to insulin resistance, sluggish blood flow, and oxidative stress in the testes, which are the power plants of your T levels. In one American study, men with higher omega-6 levels had markedly lower testosterone than those who didn't consume processed oils. So what do you use instead? Switch to olive oil, avocado oil, or grass-fed butter. These support your heart, reduce inflammation, and protect your hormones. Simple swaps, big results. I've had men in their 70s switch their breakfast from cereal to eggs with avocado and feel like someone flipped a switch in their body. Don't eat for taste alone. Eat to feed your hormones. And please, stop fearing salt. Natural sea salt supports adrenal function and hormone regulation. The enemy isn't salt, it's the fake processed garbage in packaged foods. Step 3. Exercise without destroying your joints. If you've let your strength fade, don't panic. You can get it back. Here's the truth most fitness channels won't tell you. You don't need to lift heavy weights to build testosterone. In fact, at your age, that could do more harm than good. Train compound movements. That means body weight squats, wall push-ups, slow resistance bands, light dumbbell rows. These movements recruit big muscle groups. They challenge your central nervous system, and they send the signal. This man needs testosterone. Give him more. Aim for 3 sessions per week. Start light. Focus on intensity over duration. You don't need hours, you need effort. Even bodyweight exercises done right will trigger hormonal responses. Step 4. Activate nature boosters. You want a quick and powerful natural testosterone boost? Use temperature. Cold showers or cold plunges lower inflammation and increase luteinizing hormone, the signal your brain sends to your testes to make more T. Infrared sauna or hot baths help detox the body, lower cortisol, and improve blood circulation. Alternating cold and heat keeps your system primed. Try cold water on your face in the morning, or contrast showers after a workout. 30 seconds cold, 30 seconds hot. Do that for 3 to 5 minutes. You'll walk out feeling sharper, bolder, more alive. Step 5. Go barefoot, touch the earth. Sounds crazy, right? But the science is real. Grounding, or walking barefoot on natural surfaces, reduces cortisol and improves sleep, which, as you now know, boosts testosterone. Modern life has disconnected us from the earth. Rubber shoes, pavement, offices, Wi-Fi everywhere. Our bodies are starving for electrical balance. Take 10 minutes a day. Stand barefoot on grass, on dirt, on the beach. Reconnect. It lowers inflammation, balances nervous system function, and resets your hormonal rhythm. This isn't new age fluff. This is ancestral biology. Step 6. Quit porn, reclaim real pleasure. You know this one's been coming. Porn kills testosterone. It hijacks your dopamine, fries your reward system, and turns arousal into a lazy habit. It's not pleasure. It's isolation. Testosterone thrives in tension, in challenge, in pursuit. Not endless gratification, not endless novelty. If you've been stuck in the loop, know this. Quitting porn isn't about shame. It's about freedom. Your brain will heal. Your testosterone will rise. Your relationships will deepen. And your erections, they'll stop needing fantasy. They'll return to reality. Step 7. Sleep, the forgotten pill. We've already talked about the damage poor sleep does. Now let's talk about how to fix it. Here's your sleep protocol. Your body makes the majority of its testosterone between 2 a.m. and 6 a.m. If you miss that window, or if your sleep is fragmented, you're robbing your hormonal bank account. Every hour lost is like skipping a week at the gym. And guess what? Men who sleep 5 hours or less have 15% lower testosterone than those who sleep 7 to 8. So here's your sleep upgrade checklist. 1. No screens. 1 hour before bed. Blue light kills melatonin. 2. Use blackout curtains or a sleep mask. Even a sliver of light reduces testosterone at night. 3. Cool your room to 65 to 68 degrees Fahrenheit, and if possible, sleep naked. Yes, because cooler temperatures and reduced friction on the skin promote deeper sleep and healthier testosterone levels. This is the hormone reset that happens while you do nothing. Cooler temps improve deep sleep cycles. 4. Take magnesium glycinate or tart cherry juice at 8:30 p.m. Calms the nervous system and supports testosterone, and no caffeine after 2 p.m. One more thing. Get your last meal 3 hours before bed. Late night eating spikes insulin and wrecks your deep sleep. Treat sleep like your #1 supplement, because nothing raises testosterone like deep, uninterrupted rest. Go to bed and wake up at the same time, even on weekends. Your body wants rhythm. Give it rhythm, and it will reward you. Step 8. Avoid isolation. This might be the most overlooked testosterone booster of all, male friendship. Seniors who stay connected to other strong men have higher testosterone levels. It's primal. When you're in the presence of other men, your body responds. It sharpens, it rises, it remembers the pack. But too many seniors isolate themselves. They lose touch with brothers, with challenges, with purpose. You want your tea back? Find your tribe. Talk openly. Stand for something bigger than yourself. Because when you surround yourself with strength, yours returns. So if this section spoke to you, write 1 in the comments. Let me know you're still here, still in this fight. You're not alone, and this journey, it's just getting started. Then let me tell you something most people your age never hear. You are not past your prime. You are past the noise. You've lived long enough to know what matters. And now, you stand at the edge of a new kind of strength, one rooted in wisdom, not adrenaline. But here's the raw truth. If you don't take care of your testosterone, your body will betray you, not out of malice, but because you let the flame go cold, because you bought the lie that aging is a slow slide into weakness. You see, testosterone isn't just a hormone. It shapes your drive, sharpens your focus, protects your heart, anchors your confidence. And when it fades without support, so does everything it holds up. But when you nourish it, even after 60, 70, 80, you don't just live longer, you live better. You don't need to chase your 20s. You don't need to compete with younger men. You don't need to fake masculinity with noise and ego. You need to return to the man you were always meant to be, clear, grounded, alive, with eyes that still sparkle, with hands that still create, with a heart that still beats hard at the sound of her voice. Because aging isn't a decline, it's a transition into your truest power. And testosterone, when supported properly, becomes the quiet fuel behind that power. So where do you go from here? You start, not tomorrow, not next week. Now you get your levels checked, you fix your sleep, you walk every day like your life depends on it, because it does. You lift something heavy, even if it's just your own weight. You eat like a man who respects his temple. You cut the sugar, the alcohol, the apathy. You reconnect with touch, with intimacy, with life. And most importantly, you remember, your strength was never gone. It was waiting for you to stop apologizing, waiting for you to stop shrinking, waiting for you to take the reins back from the slow erosion of comfort and excuses. Because the moment you do, your body responds, your mind wakes up, your partner notices, the mirror shifts, and your soul whispers, there you are. You've carried others for years, you've fought battles no one saw, you've buried pain, you've laughed when you wanted to cry, you've endured, but now it's time to rebuild, not for vanity, but for vitality, for legacy. Because the truth is, your best years aren't behind you, they're buried inside you. And with the right fuel, the right knowledge, and the right fire, they're ready to rise again. If this message spoke to something in you, drop a 1 in the comments. If not, type 0 and tell me how I can do better next time. And before you go, hit that subscribe button, turn on that bell, because this channel isn't just about information, it's about transformation, one man at a time. one choice at a time.